Hello, everyone listening. Uncle Jiggy is here with you. Sometimes when we talk about being more than you can imagine, some people actually have lost that self confidence in themselves, and they've actually been they don't have a particular vision about their life. They didn't design a particular vision about themselves, so they don't actually know they can become more they imagine. I don't know if you understand, because becoming more than can you imagine is when you have to think more of yourself, giving yourself a self-love. Because if you don't know the valuation of self-love, you can actually understand that you have more than you can imagine. I don't know if you get. So that's confidence in you. That's so much trust that you have in yourself. That belief that you have in yourself gives you that confidence that yes, you can become more than you imagine by creating a vision for yourself and all that. So we're here to talk about the topic that said becoming more than you can imagine. And it's not just me on the show. Well, please pardon me. Let me say welcome to the Next Generation Orientation Podcast, where we talk about reality, about life, and talking about giving a guide to the next generation for them to actually live fulfilling their purpose or living intentionally for their purpose. And it's not just me here. I always bring in the people that I call the intellectual personalities, of course, to share some ideas, to share some experience already lived when they are living intentionally. And I have with me my brother and a friend. I call him Black. Yeah, he's been here on the show before, and Black. You can in the street, you can call him the Were. The Were Black, bro. Have fun now.
I'm fine, man. What's going on?
We're doing this again,
Yeah,
And yeah.
I'm happy to be here again. Like I said, if I have the opportunity to be here like 200 times, I'll be here like 400 times.
Because you have a lot to taste in the
because
generation.
there's quite a lot to talk about, bro. So,
Yeah. So this topic that we choose today, becoming more than you can imagine. So what actually prompts you to pick that topic?
it's if you look at it at first glance, you might sorry. If you look at it at first glance, you might imagine that maybe it's just something better than you can imagine.
Yeah,
So
better than you
left
can
for me,
imagine.
once I have that kind of thing circling in my head, I start thinking about the opportunities that we've lost. I start thinking about the kind of um setbacks we've had over the years. Do you understand? So that kind of a thing. Say at some point, there's this thought that used to come to my head. As in, I would imagine, um, let's take for example, we're colonized by the British, right?
Yeah,
So let's
exactly.
take for example, imagine the British had left Nigeria like in the 2000 or like 2005. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I know maybe it's not something everybody might like, anyways,
Yeah.
but I'm having that feeling that if we had gotten to that extent, like maybe 2005, that was when we got our independence. Maybe I feel
Mm-hmm.
the country we are in right now will be much better. So, better that you can imagine left for me is I'll try to key to ignorance,
Okay.
because
Mm-hmm.
we are ignorant of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Becoming ourselves.
Particularly even at becoming ourselves, or let me not even use becoming ourselves. Left
Mm-hmm.
for me is generally living. It's not even about whether you're an artist. It's not about whether you're rich. It's not about whether you're poor. It's nothing. It's just about becoming yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The way I believe it, God did not create me or you or any other person else just to experience what you're
Yes,
experiencing here
no.
in
Yeah.
Abuja,
Yeah.
or maybe maybe the trip you made.
There's better
Like,
you can be.
do you understand? Like,
Yes.
nobody was created to just be at a place and look at something. You have the opportunity to probably just walk around, experiment yourself. That's why most of my friends say maybe there are some things I do that they are scared of, because there are some risks I used to take, man. It's not that I don't know that maybe those risks that you take will put you into trouble. But I'm not talking
Mm-hmm.
about risk of putting you into trouble, like going to jail and stuff. It's more like maybe hurting yourself and stuff. It's like me trying to rush up to catch animals and stuff.
Yeah.
My sister will be like, "Yo, you say they get reaction for, but they now
Mm.
after the reaction go, you can't they carry lizard they play, but you continue to they play. You understand that
Yeah,
kind
I
of a thing,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
left for me, the where we are ignorant about is generally on living. on living. Our mentality in Africa. Let me not even let me stop using the term Africa, because let me just use Nigeria here. The way we react to things, the way we figure out things, and the way I don't know how we do it. Would I say parenting? I don't know. I don't know how we do it, but
The experience, or
yes, there's this thing that hovers around. It will take your father or your mother to actually see that what you're doing is making sense
yeah,
before they
they find it
start
difficult
communicating with you.
yeah,
Or probably before then, they will
they
be
find it
in
difficult to
this
believe in you, in your
exactly.
dreams.
There will
Yes.
be this war.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So the word actually left for me is how would I say it? Or let me even say let me
Okay.
even
Okay. Let me say. Yeah.
okay.
Let me say. Sometimes there's this culture that have been installed in the mentality of our fathers, our parents. Most of them, you understand. Almost, let me say, 90 or 80% of them. This mentality have been installed in them that makes them. They find it difficult to believe in your dreams because they don't know what dreams is all about. Maybe they don't have a dream. I don't know if you understand. So the ones that believe in the dream are the people that have a dream, that have that have lived that dream, and they believe that um, everything you dream of can come to pass just if you dream of it. So they find it difficult to believe in us. But because I found out, I know one thing, that God have given everybody gifts, and you are the only one that can present that gift. You understand? God have given somebody a need that only you can meet. You understand? So better than you can imagine is you realizing what is that gift that you have. You understand? What is that need that you need to meet with that gift? I don't know if you understand, because let's just, like, for example, this podcast. There's a lot of people out there that are struggling with most of the things we are talking about. But now we've actually come out to talk to them about this. I believe they will, from listening to us, they will have a kind of a second thoughts of the mentality. Then it's going to make them be better than they were before. Yeah, I don't know if you understand. Then these people now, we are meeting a need, even if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. At least 5 people can tell another 5 people, tell another all those things. So we are actually meeting a need through the. So that is better than you can imagine. There is a lot of things you can do more better than you think of yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But at the long run, left for me, I won't say it's personal,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
I blame two people actually.
Mm-hmm. Which is.
I blame African magic, one,
Mm-hmm.
and I blame what do you call it? I blame like African parenting.
Mm-hmm.
One African magic, one African
African
parenting. Or
parents.
let me
Yeah.
even say African magic and religion.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you take for example, basically, mark my words, or just probably go and do a research. Anybody who you know that lives on African magic on a daily, the
Mm.
person's mentality
It's
is a
different.
little fucked up.
Yes,
Yes.
very well.
Just try to do your research.
Yes. Without doing research, I
Because
know.
there's this pattern that they follow of things being right. It's just
Mhm.
like you're in the village, the next thing you're suffering, the next thing
Mhm.
somebody is insulting you at the village that you've not made it. The next
Yes.
thing, women are running away from you because you don't have money.
Money.
The next thing, you're thinking and you want to commit suicide. The
The
next
next
thing,
thing,
you pack
exactly.
your
That
bag
is.
and Ghana must go, and you say you're going to the city. The next thing, you say
Mhm.
you're sleeping in the park. The next thing, you start washing motor. The next
I
thing,
think
you
you
now
made
make
it.
money. The next thing, you
You
come
come
back.
back.
And the girl now that left you now to go and be with another man now, maybe has 2 kids or something, or is looking
Mhm.
at you right now.
You come to
And
pepper
you come
hand.
back now to now tell
Pepper
her that
her.
yes, I've
You
made
have
it.
made it.
And now, and that girl now will now reap what you were supposed to reap, basically.
Yeah,
So
that mentality. Keep
African
it.
magic
That's
does not
installation.
go more
That's what I
than
see.
that.
Installation of mentality.
That's why you see Genevieve
Yeah.
selling, or when the brother, you see her, the money she made from Netflix is because
Mhm.
she did something different from the normal. It's just
Yeah.
like you have Chimamanda's a half of a yellow sun, the movie.
Mhm.
If you watch it, you have the feel of reality from the movie.
Yeah.
But the general one we watch, this one where Kanayo, then
Okay.
their blood money. Just tell, if there's any reasonable storyline that you know in African
There's
magic,
none.
you tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think
If there's any
I
storyline
don't think
more
there's
than
any.
more than either making money or somebody's following you from the village, that one self is my major problem. When you talk about somebody following you from village, it's my major problem.
Yeah, you know one thing about this, most of this institution, is them having a psychological department that try to that understand that these people have a lot of people that they are influencing.
Exactly
You
my
understand?
point now.
So if they understand that power that they have this a lot of people that they are influencing, I think they'll have to choose the pattern of their influencing. If they think that okay, fine, it's time for us to change the Nigerian mentality and start giving them reality instead of factual stories and all those stuff, then they have the power to start changing the narrative of their content. Trust me, if they bring up a standard or a storyline standard, there's some people that are still willing to work on that standard and still produce the movie. I believe Nigerians, they are hustlers.
Yes.
You understand? They'll start changing. Just give them a reason to change.
We only know how to do that on gadgets.
Hmm.
If iPhone 14 cause it don't come out like this now, everybody
We
could
go
just
switch.
go Russia. Oh yeah,
We go switch.
follow modernity, you know, maybe in another way.
Hmm.
Okay, you go see maybe person go direct the movie. You go see saying go tell you say actors there. You go see major Nigerian actors where they
Yeah.
verified, where you go say
Yes,
yes, they
yes.
play major roles. Okay, why not just maybe bring out this money, get somebody from the abroad or so to probably lecture or teach, or even from the abroad self. You get a lot of people for Africa where if they direct movie for you self, do better this thing for you. You go still like but they will still want to go for the low budget thing because okay, not only Nigeria you go get season 1 to 13, everything go do under 5 hours. But na season 1 to 13. Do you understand?
Episode 1 to
Then
13.
another angle, like I said, I wouldn't want to forget that is religion. Do you understand?
Yes.
Religion has fucked us up badly.
Let me say the bad ones there, because I believe that everything good has bad. You understand? When it comes to religion, the only thing that is making it seem as if it has fucked up is because we have a lot of bad ones that are misinterpreting the should I say the what is meant for. There are a lot of bad ones. So those bad ones now have more influential power to the society.
See?
So that is what I think it is.
I share your view with you, right? Because
Yeah.
it would be selfish of anybody to probably just live in your own view and not live in someone a person's view. So it's but left for me, right? It's say let me count it for you. Islam and Muhammad, bullshit. Christianity, Jesus Christ, whatever, bullshit. Buddha, Judaism, Buddhism, or those that kill, or those that use something to choke pin on somebody's mirror, bullshit. The life you were meant to live left for me, whether you're a Christian or you're not, or if you're not a Christian, just be positive. Do you understand?
Okay.
If you can just be open-minded,
okay, now let me.
it doesn't mean whether you're serving somebody. It doesn't mean the person is a bad person. It doesn't mean the person has some evil to the person. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Just be good to one another.
Definitely.
If I'm able to talk about you and say, okay, you go on the streets and you ask, what has Jiggy done to you, right? What you'll be expecting will be like, no, because there is nothing.
Now you see, you've gone back to what religion is actually about. Now let me tell you how you've gone back there. When you're talking about people being good, that is what defines them, right? Now listen, when you say Jesus Christ is the Son of God that brought salvation to us. Then Muhammad has his own. Let me tell you, listen to me. Jesus Christ, the life he lived was an exemplary life.
Who told you?
Then wasn't it everything that you heard in the Bible? Let's tell ourselves the truth. Everything, all the life you even if it was something that would see. Let me tell you, there's something that William Smith said that it's better that let's just believe. Let it be at the end of the day that he did not, what we believed in, did not. Let us believe that, because a lot of people are giving testimony of this, the belief. They have a lot of belief. Muslims are there. You understand? But now, do you know one thing is that the bad acts in the society are trying to make the good ones become bad.
I mean, sorry.
I don't know if you understand now. So that is why sometimes that is why some people think that religion have no, it haven't. Just know that the bad ones are there, the good ones are there, and inside you, the more you grow spiritually, you have to understand that religion is all about the truth within you how good you are.
I would say I totally agree with you,
Yes,
but
truth, how good you are to people, and
the problem
how
is
you love your neighbor, how you love
you see,
yourself.
when if I'm to choose a religion,
Mhm.
right, I'll probably say, because I am a pagan. So if I'm to choose a religion, or maybe you set them out for me,
Yes.
I would probably be a Muslim, because not because I like the fact that they go down 5 times a day. Do you understand? But
Mm-hmm.
I just feel their methodology to God is quite simple,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Do you understand? But if when it comes to to the Christian environment, no offense, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there's this thing now that hovers around. If you say you're a Christian in your mind and you do the things you want to do, it's fine. But when you gather people in a place and you keep lying to them about certain things, that's why you have Zazu singing. There's one music he sang. Say, be come on your eye for church money. Say na pastor get am. I'm not trying to indict them or say they are stealing, but where the religion has not really helped us is that a lot of things are holding us back. There are things you're supposed to just go and
Mm.
do naturally, and that's why the topic, when you talked about better than you can imagine, there
Imagine.
are, if you go to those churches, you know that they perform miracles. Everybody you see there who is fighting for miracle is just somebody who you would notice is just a little lazy to push forward.
Exactly. Exactly.
You keep coming to the same
Yeah.
place and asking for the same thing over and
Mm-hmm.
over
Over
again,
again.
over and over again, over and over again. Okay,
Exactly.
think of the new year. When the new year comes around now, you see a new year resolution and this
Everybody.
and that
Yeah.
one.
Mm.
But after the thing, you're back to square one. You're back to the same thing again. If I tell you that religion has particularly helped to just put some people at some places, just because you're believing that, because there's this belief in the God you're serving, that there's something that,
Yeah.
and you won't follow it up with maybe trying to walk towards it. That's why I say I blame a religion and I blame African magic. I'm
Exactly.
adding every religion to it. I'm not being
Mm-hmm.
personal with anyone, because by the time you start saying this is happening here, okay, would you say it's just like the Christians will tell you? Or let me use myself for an example. I basically can't keep a girlfriend because I don't like lying unnecessarily. Do you understand? And
Mm-hmm.
now, what the problem is most times is religion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being very honest. What the problem is most times is religion.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd say somebody is they will tell you it's either you change to this and there will now be
Mm-hmm.
this is the
Mm-hmm.
criteria for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to before you get married. Why is it so difficult to get married? I'm not even talking about myself. I'm talking about maybe every other person who has gotten. Why is it so difficult that you just have to? They will invite you from here. You come down to this place, do this certain thing. You go back again. They give you list. You go back. You come back. You drop again. It's not suffering. Don't you know who doesn't like this easy life? Who doesn't like just like a very simple and easy life? That's just the problem. Like I said, the religion I'm talking about is tradition inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just being particular about maybe the Christians or the Muslims. I'm talking about anything you believe in. When you start
Mm.
believing that maybe this maybe this mic can help me, and yet you know the mic cannot help you. I've tried to tell people tireless times, if you honestly feel your God is the God of miracle, okay, I'm not begging for 1 million naira, just through 100 naira. Go and get it if you can. So
But you know
tradition on the other part now.
that's a bad
Do you
temptation.
understand?
Mm.
Tradition on the other part now is not playing a good role. It's so difficult to get everything done.
But do you know that this is not organizational for this is a personal decision that we take.
It's
To
ignorance.
all these things work accordingly if only have you can just try to understand the nature of this. But let me tell you one thing about
Okay.
gift, eh? Gift is not just financial or material resources. I don't know if you understand. So people in our generation today see gift as financial and material resources. You understand? Good gift could be a present in some places. There's some people you put smile on their face.
Definitely.
It's your work. Like there's some people that you motivate. There's some people you encourage. It could be gift could be encouragement. I don't know if you understand. It's everything. It's a gift. Like there are some people that because I know you just come into their like they are feeling a lot of things. They are just down. You could be someone that would just come and brighten them up and all this stuff. It's a gift. Not everybody could do that. So, but we have more focus on gift as being financial or material things. So now that is the belief that works for us. Let me tell you why I said all these things. Because religion is not meant to 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 live your life for you. Religion is there to give you a guide. It's a guide.
Who is there any
You understand?
example
There is a
who
guide.
follows this
That
guy
is the example that I've given us. Christianity gave us example Jesus Christ.
that followed the guy?
Islamic gave you example of
So
Muhammad.
just one person each
I don't know.
follows the
It's
guy.
an example. Like you don't need to start. Then in the Bible, there are a lot of stories told. In Islam, there's a lot of stories told. I don't know if you understand. Those stories told is an example of how it should be. Like then, if you, the truth being told, once you are beginning to know all these things, you will know that the truth is being honest to yourself, so that you can be able to be honest to someone else. Loving yourself, so that you can be able to love someone else. I don't know if you understand. Because all those things start from within. That is why I said it's a personal problem or decision, not like the organizational problem or decision or whatever. I don't know if you get it. So if we start being intentional on making things right from our own side, we'll see that we are going to from we being intentional is going to kind of affect or influence our environment. From environment, it's going to the society. From there, it's becoming better. So that is the main reason for the Next Generation podcast, so that we are going to bring up a mentality for them that is going to influence their mentality or environment or wherever they found themselves in life at the part of time that when they feel that okay, this is what is happening in life. Because most of this thing that we pass through, we don't even know it's a normal thing. You would think that you would think that God God hates me.
Imagine people who pray every morning. Just keep praying. God, please this. God, please that.
You have to be consistent in
God,
that.
please that. Just do something. It's just it. But the level of belief we have in God more than the things we can do is the angle I'm coming from.
Yeah.
We believe in something somewhere that left for me, it doesn't exist. Left for you guys, it could exist.
It's inside you.
But the problem is you're believing in something that you are not seeing.
That is inside, like it's inside you.
No.
That thing that you believe in is inside you, but you're looking for it another place.
It's actually inside you, just like your back. Exactly my point. You just hit the nail on the head. It's inside you. That's why it's
so you have to stop going to look for it.
Stop looking
it's within
for it.
You understand? Believe in. If you trust God, for you to be able to trust God, you trust in yourself, because you can't give what you don't have. I don't know if you understand. You trust God, you believe in Jesus. You have this mindset that everything is inside you. Anything you believe in, just believe that this is the life I want to live. This is the scenario I want to create. This is who I want to become. I want to be this. I want to be on. I want to be good. I want to help this. So you have a mentality of helping, bringing, like, you want to create this influence in society. Once you have that mentality, man, so you see your life working like in accordance with what you've already set in your mind. I don't know if you understand. So all those things we are going to look for somewhere else inside us. We can actually manifest it. It's something that we have to just to proclaim a word in ourselves.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
I remember an instance when my dad has this lorry. There's this lorry that used to carry, those lorry that used to carry yam from all those Benue to what do you call this place?
East Abuja.
East, and there's this place close to what do you call it? Zakibiam.
Zakibiam.
Along Taraba State.
Okay.
Now this truck was you see this normal river, Niger River Benue, had an accident there, and the truck went into the water. Now the luxury about that truck is no matter how damaged you feel that truck will be, right?
Yeah.
If you can pull the frame of the car out, you can bring it back again. Do you understand? That's why you see that car. So it could stay as long as possible before it will die, or before it
strong die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once you can still bring out just the frame like that, you can bring back that car to life again. So we're looking for a way to get it out. So in an advanced country, or basically commonsensically, if something like that happens, what should be the next thing? Is to look for a crane, right?
Yes.
Get a diver. The diver goes into the water. Hooks the thing on the lorry,
Put
and
it
they bring it out.
Yeah.
Now, my father tried to employ that because my dad is actually a Muslim, so he actually doesn't still believe in maybe the other side. So he just wanted to pay for the services so that they bring out the lorry.
Okay.
But somebody from the village came out to tell us that somebody needs to be consulted.
Oh, that
one particular person needs to be consulted, and it's only that guy that can probably go into the water and hook that thing. Does it sound realistic to you? And it wasn't a joke. Oh. The ritual had to be done. Consult the person. Now one of the villagers now took the crane on its own, dived down to the water. So imagine a scenario where people are dying. Imagine a scenario where you're trying to save lives of people. You're not even bothered about the driver who is driving the truck. I don't know if you understand me right
Yeah,
now.
I
So
understand.
that is where I take offense with when it comes to one particular way everybody uses to try to achieve something. Sometimes we go very
Mhm.
extreme on everything we believe in, and it feels like it works out for us, but sometimes it's just sheer wickedness. Sometimes it's just the ability not to look forward. Sometimes it's just the ability not to be open minded. Sometimes it's the fear of research. Sometimes it's the fear of taking risks. Sometimes it's the fear of just conducting an experiment on your own.
Mhm.
Do you understand? There are some
Yeah.
things you just have one life to live. I don't know if there's any life after this one, shall but the one I'm looking at like
Some
this
people
now is
believe
the
in
one I
reincarnation,
that's their own
but
problem. Oh.
maybe it's you know sometimes there are some people that find it difficult to believe in something without an experience. I don't know, somebody like me, I find it difficult that the only person I believe in and trust so much is God. Do you understand? I find it difficult to believe in any other thing without having an experience of that thing. You understand? I live with a lot of experiences. So that is why I can confidently and comfortably give you a guide, especially the upcoming youths, the teenagers, give you a guide. There was a point in time that you're going to feel something. Come on, speak up. You know, all those things that they tell men. You have to speak up. If you speak, you're weak. You know, all those blah 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 story. You know, understand? So all those things are kind of the thing that are put in our mentality that is kind of weakening us. Then they are now feeling those things that it's kind of a hindrance for us not to discover our gifts.
They're not allowing
Not
us to
yeah,
experiment.
yes, because a lot of things just imagine now, just imagine what they teach us in school. I don't know if you understand what they teach us in school and what you're supposed to learn. You didn't discover your dream on time. Maybe you discover your dream, you're having something that you want to become, but your parents are telling you that this is the place you have to, they have already programmed your life for you. This is where you have to follow. But inside you, there's something that is burning inside you. There is a particular path you're supposed to follow. I don't know if you understand.
Hmm.
Okay, there's no time is late, but I was saying, had it been that maybe I had a parent that know that, okay, fine, this is the line of this guy, they discovered this is my line and they knew because right from time I've been displaying this character of trying to become an influential in the society. You understand? This entertainment. So you understand? So had it been that maybe growing up you have somebody that have actually saw that dream, you understand? Then put you to know the school you're supposed to go to, know the organization you're supposed to link up with to be train yourself to become better in that part. Imagine that kind of parenting
We
style.
only have a few.
I don't know if you
We
understand.
only have a few.
So that makes us sometimes we feel that we cannot be better, that we can, maybe because of all those things. But all those things are part of the experience. Just have the experience and know that you can be better than you can imagine.
Definitely there's truth to everything you just said.
Hmm.
Excuse me. So I just wish we could be more open minded.
Yeah,
Excuse
exactly.
me. If you ask me,
Yeah,
left for me is being open minded.
yeah.
Everything that you see has a reason for being
Hmm.
where it is at the point you saw it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there are plenty angles to one thing. That's the
Hmm.
only thing I feel we lack in our country. So if it's my advice to every other younger person there or older person who still
Hmm.
has even like an archaic way of thinking, they should always look around. Make sure you go 360 on any decision. You're deciding whether your son wants to be a lawyer. You're deciding whether your daughter wants to be a doctor. You're deciding whether he wants to be a surgeon. I don't want to know what you're describing, but just always be open minded.
Exactly.
If you check, it's only in this country that your during your primary days we are supposed to learn with like materials. You don't
Hmm.
just teach in mere isolation. That's the way
You have to be
kids learn.
practical. Yes, practical.
Exactly. If you're
Yes.
telling me about a piano,
Be seeing
you're
that
supposed to see
piano.
that piano and press it.
Hmm. Exactly.
So as you're growing in your school, university, you get a job,
Hmm.
get married.
and all that.
Do you understand? Just
Yeah.
go and come. But we should always think outside the box. There are a lot of things we are not okay. It's just like you're saying now. If our parents rather or our guardians rather were open minded, imagine like let me use the iPhone for an example. Are you bothered about those who are actually making this thing work? What do you feel it takes to make this thing work? Or and as well they drive cars. So the people who
Mm-hmm.
make these cars, what do you feel? What do you what how do- as in, what do you think was going through their head for them to make something like that and it should work? So it should always give you this chance to know that there's some other thing elsewhere apart from just the
Yeah.
thing we'll probably see in black and
See,
white.
black and
That's why I
white,
told you I
exactly.
blame African magic. Because everything that happens there is just like a programmed kind of life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody wants to just follow that thing.
Exactly.
Check now, almost everybody will be your friend. If you ask them what they want be before. Check everybody. Everybody be one be something
It's
before.
for
But now the person no be
no
again.
again.
I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah,
And
they
only
get you,
like
bro.
2% or 3% of your friends you go no say
Mm.
yes, this one say I want be doctor
No,
and a doctor him become. Or this one
exactly.
say more, I go be
Mm.
doctor for Germany and him go be doctor for Germany. Only like
Yeah,
two
and I just
or three
few of
percent.
them
All of us read something or study something for university, they do the opposite.
was it. That is how the culture will be.
Do you understand?
But then, finally, I'm branding up. You guys have heard it all. That you can be better than you can imagine. Once you start, you have to start having that self realization of the gifts you have. Trying to be intentional about creating a vision for yourself, because when you create a vision for yourself, it's going to give you a guide for you to actually discover your gifts. You understand? From the vision, you will know what you can do to attain that vision. You discover your gifts, and then that makes you better. You understand? So all those things put up to bring up your self confidence more, because you have to have that self confidence. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in that vision that you have already created. If you believe in that vision, you have self confidence. You have then the way you love yourself and carry yourself is going to give you that I don't know how I'm going to put this, but it's going to give you that ginger, that belief. Say, guy, this thing is possible, and I'm going to achieve this. Trust me, you're the only one to create that belief within yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. I am so grateful, and thank you, Black, for being to the podcast. Thank you very
When I
much, my
don't hear them
brother.
now. When I don't hear them.
Thank you
If
very
you not
much.
like, they play.
No play, no play,
Just they
oh.
play.
No play, oh.
When
All
I don't
right.
hear them.
And I don't hear ya, brother. No gonna do
Yeah.
no play, oh, no play. Oh. Thank you very much for being on this podcast. Please, if you are watching via YouTube, please just do me one favor. Just kindly subscribe to my channel. That is the only way you can support me. Subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification button, of course, share my video as much as you can. If you are listening via a podcast, podcast channels, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Audio Mac, and all, please just do me this favor and follow me, and actually please, and share my content as much as you can. That is the only way you can support me. Thank you very much for being on me through this podcast. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see you on the next episode. Thank you, Uncle Jiggy Greats. I love you guys. Oh my
Same
bro, this
house.
is mad, man. This is mad. The topic is kind of massive. Sign
Oh,
out. Ewa.
take a more.
Please,
I'm watching.